Hey there ladies and gentlemen, Juan Romero here from GamesXpanse, and I wanted to talk to you about Resident Evil Village and how it's broken, but only on some PlayStation 5s. Let me talk you through this story. I'm sure you'll find it interesting, so do bear with me. We've got two PlayStation 5s. I've got one and James has one. Resident Evil I was looking forward to for a long time. And when it dropped, I paid the £45 for a physical version, loaded the disc, let the PlayStation 5 do its thing, and copy the data onto the hard drive. I was then playing Resident Evil Village to my delight and was rather enjoying the game for an hour or so when James called me up and said to stop playing because he wanted to enjoy this adventure with me, and I thought, well, why not? So we decided to make plans. You know, I would go over to his house and I would take the physical version of the game with me. And well, we started to load up the game in the evening, got a few beers ready to play this adventure together and enjoy it. And unfortunately, on his PlayStation 5, it's completely unplayable, which is really strange. I mean, you load the game up and it freezes after a few seconds and you can't get any further. So we thought maybe it's just a glitch. We've not encountered many crashes on the PlayStation 5, if any, and we've played a variety of physical games and digital. So we thought we'd restart the PlayStation 5 and start up Resident Evil Village again. Same thing. So it froze again and we started to think, well, maybe there's an issue with the disc, it's scratched or whatever it is. And then we thought, well, it can't be that because it installs onto the hard drive. So what else could it be? So as you do, you go online. And there was a few people that had encountered similar issues, and the theory was that it was due to the orientation of the PlayStation 5. Well, I can tell you, we tried the game in both horizontal and vertical positions of the PlayStation 5, but to no avail. Next up, we tried using my save file from playing on my PlayStation 5. So we loaded up my save file on James's PlayStation 5, as you can see here, got a little bit further than the beginning, and you can see again, it would freeze up. The next theory was to do with HDR and ray tracing. So you can turn both of those off, or you can have one off and on, however you want to sort of go with it. Our PlayStation 5 is plugged into an LG CX. That made no difference. We tried every sort of combination, and again, the game just completely freezes. I mean, you cannot play this game on his PlayStation 5 for longer than 30 seconds. So we thought maybe the file had corrupted. So we deleted the whole game, anything associated with Resident Evil Village, and reinstalled it, fully installed, no difference. So I was beginning to think that there was a problem with James's PlayStation 5 and maybe no physical games would work. We tried Sackboy, we tried It Takes Two on his PlayStation 5. No problem. And then we were beginning to think that, you know, as you do, you start thinking, well, what could the issue be? Because it's a process of elimination here. And we thought maybe there was a small update. And when I get home, it won't work on my PlayStation 5. So I decided I would take my physical copy of Resident Evil, got home, and as you can see on the video here, it plays absolutely perfectly. No crashes, no nothing. I can have HDR on and ray tracing on, and the game runs absolutely perfectly with no issues on my PlayStation 5. And what makes this comparison even more strange is James and I have the exact same setup. PlayStation 5 plugged into an LG CX, even down to the same cables. Next step was a phone call to Sony, and their advice was to rebuild the database. There is an option for this, or you can sort of hard reset the PlayStation 5 back to its factory settings. Well, I have to tell you, after trying both of those options, they both didn't work either. So the advice from Sony then was to send off the PlayStation 5. So James has to pack it up and send it off to Sony, which rather sucks, to be honest, because we were hoping that we would be able to solve this issue, but we haven't been able to. Now, we want to know if anyone watching this video, or maybe you've searched YouTube because you have a similar issue, can leave a comment sharing with the community if you have had any problems like this at all, and what did you do to try and solve it. Have you come across this issue with any other games? It's really a strange one how it works on my PlayStation 5 with no problems whatsoever, but it doesn't work on James's PlayStation 5 at all, yet all his other games do. So we want to know about it. We want to hear your thoughts on this. Leave us a comment down below, and let's see what you guys out there think. If you haven't subscribed to GamesXpanse, then please do so by hitting that subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss another video. video. We covered PlayStation 5, 4, and the Xbox Series X and S, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care, everybody.